Hiya guys, this is 3D Printing 101 and we're back today with another tips and tricks video. And in this video, we're going to be going over how you can make your 3D printing more commercially viable, or to put it simply, save a bit of cash, because who doesn't want extra cash? This video will be really useful to you if you're looking to sell your prints to others in bulk, or you could just be a penny scrounger like me. Nevertheless, let's crack on and save some coin. So let's say, for whatever reason, you are working on this octopus. You can see that by default, Cura decides the best infill density for this model will be 20%. However, if you go to the preview tab and slice your model, the amount of infill here seems very high. For a decorative application like this, I really think all you need is about 5%. And also, considering the print's only 3 cm high, that'd be a very precise pattern for your printer to manage. Also, if the prints you're making are for decorative purposes, make sure you set the infill pattern to lines, as in my testing this used the least filament out of them all. So after seeing that transition there, you're probably a bit confused as to why I put reducing and increasing the print resolution. The fact is, it depends on where you're getting your model from, and I'll explain why in a second. As you can see down here for this vase model, the total filament usage comes to 57 grams as estimated by Cura. However, if we put the print resolution down to 0.1, you can see that we take 7 grams off the total filament usage. Now this might not seem like much, but it's actually... what is it actually? 87%. So that's 100 minus 87 is 13% increase, which isn't bad. Don't think it's not much filament you're saving. See, that's saved me 21 grams of plastic. That's 2 whole drumsticks. So we've seen how reducing the layer height can save on plastic. But what about increasing it? Well, there's a growing amount of people now that don't actually own printers of their own, and use print-on-demand websites to make their models. A lot of these companies charge by the time the print takes as opposed to the filament usage, and as a larger nozzle size means a faster speed, you'll need to up this to get the cheaper prices. Next! So, the reason you should be avoiding supports in your designs is it's going to eat up a lot of extra plastic you're not going to get in the final product. For instance, with this print, when you use supports it's 12 grams, when you take the support away and re-slice it, you're using 4 times as less plastic for the same result. In many cases, there's an easy fix for problems like this, and in this instance, I just chopped it in half, and you can see here that I added a groove for each shape to fit into each other. Make sure your designs use as little support as possible, or if there's no way you can chop it up to make it work, I'd at least consider a redesign if you want to be saving money. Yes, I know this point seems like a bit of a no-brainer, but large prints use a lot of filament, as you're probably aware. Yeah, this baby Groot, well, supposed to be a baby. It's absolutely massive. It takes 10 hours to print and uses 90 grams. I know this is quite an extreme example, but when you're working in software, the size of objects can be deceptive since it's so easy to zoom in and out. So just before you print, just check the dimensions and ask yourself, does this print really need to be this big? It could save a lot of time and a lot of headaches if you notice this before you start printing. So if you want to save filament, this is the most obvious but surprisingly the most left out solution. So this might not seem like the most obvious way to keep your 3D printing costs down, but if you're a business dedicated to 3D printing, this tip might be more relevant to you. I don't know how applicable this is to other machines, but on my printer there's an option called Eco Mode. Eco Mode turns off your bed heating halfway through the print, so your print should stay stuck if you use good quality filament and some bed adhesion. While this might seem unhealthy at first glance, it will save you electricity since the bed doesn't need to be heated. Most new PLA filaments are allegedly capable of sticking to the bed when no heat is applied, so if you feel up to this, give it a go. Just make sure you're confident that your print isn't going to detach, as that would waste even more money. So in summary, what is it that we need to do to save money in 3D printing? Remove unnecessary infill, decrease or increase your print resolution depending on where your prints are coming from, avoid supports and rafts, check your print size, and enable Eco Mode if you can. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and if you did, I'd be really grateful if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel. so I know what you guys want to see in the upcoming videos. Speaking of upcoming videos, I'm sorry about the lack of content recently. I've had a lot of exams recently and I've been revising for them, but in future I'm going to try and invest more time into the content since they're over now. So stick around for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!